Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. We're down here in Cherokee, North Carolina, and we're going to take a look at some of these stones here. At first, it wasn't really popping out at me. I wasn't sure what was going on. I was like, these are way too large to be effigies, these huge plates. But let me show you something here. Stick with me. That's a big piece of quartz. There's a big polished piece of quartz. I mean, it's not polished necessarily. River polished it. But so, kind of taken back because I wasn't seeing them at first. So I was like, no, I want to make a video and show how these are just natural stones. How they're not carved or worked at all whatsoever. Because you don't often see that. Now these are alongside the river. And so, in my mind, I'm thinking, here, let me go ahead and demonstrate how they are not. And I'm not going to point these ones out yet because I don't want to scare you away, because it took me a minute to start to see them. So just stick with me for a minute. I'm going to show you a few easy ones that I will be able to describe for you. But first, I just wanted you to look at them and kind of get a little bit familiar. So just to let you know, what I'm actually doing here is walking over giant statues that no one else can really recognize just yet. That's why these stones are all shaped the same. They're all the same exact shape. And they're made of completely different materials, as you can see. Obviously some very pleasing material. You can see this one. So, first start off just by looking for bird heads. Now this is the same kind of raven that we always have. You can see the eye circle right there. You see this pointed beak. Look at the top of the head. So you're looking at the bird's face here, outlined by this line. Now you might be seeing a different eye. You know, there's an eye here, and there's an eye inside of this section. This is the nostril. You can see how the beak is just recessed in this one section. This is a common motif that we call recessed beak version. But the thing is, the art on this is so spectacular and unexpected. So it's mind-blowing. This is another bird beak. I mean, it's a mural, guys. It gets as small as images of people. That's the front leg and the back leg of a person right there. You see the leg coming down? It's just a little figurine. It's a full mural with a whole story or thousands of images. These are books. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, if you can't see any of this, I completely understand. But at least just notice the different types of slabs of stone and how they are all the same exact size. Just geologically speaking, there's no explanation for a lot of the stuff that we show here. Geologically, you can't explain it. So give it a shot if you're willing. So here we do have a portrait pointing to the right. It's a weird style. See the crack for the lip, the pokey nose coming out. So you can start off with just that, but it's actually more like the whole section there. Let's keep on looking at some of these. Now, these I haven't seen before. We're just walking around together here. Now, in this white, the crystal, they carved down the stones to the crystals, and they would leave the spots of the crystals that they needed to make the images that they wanted to portray. That's important to know. So you look at the crystal inclusions for images as well. You might just as small as this. So if you're looking here, you see how there's an eye, a nose, and the mouth of a perfect silhouette, right? And he's pointing downward, right? See the eye, the hole for the eye, and the mouth of another character pointing at him. He has feather headdress. You see the orange, all this orange stuff coming up? Those are the feathers coming out of the person's head. Now, even in the relief, in here, in just the gray, there's going to be another image. This red is part of the stone. So they carved down the stones to this red and created these paintings on here. Paintings in crystal. Paintings isn't the right word, really. I really thought that I was going to be able to show you that they weren't here. I can already tell what we have. Well, you can see a wing, and I'm trying to figure out the way that the head is. That's the circle for the bird's eye. This is the bird's head. You can see the neckline and the shoulder of the bird and the wings coming down straight back. But I'm not seeing the beak really well because I think the beak is tucked down. This may be the beak. Now, assuming that this creek was made modernly and not by ancient people, I'm assuming that these large stones here at the front of the park were put here. But again, they didn't sit there and crack them to make them all this size, of course. So here we have the same motif of the goose. If we dug that stuff out, the beak of the goose is right there. The eye of it's there. It's got its whole body coming back and the neck coming down, just like we see in North Carolina. Just like you've seen in all the other videos of mine here. Now, of course, let me remind you, we're in Cherokee. That's the eye. You can see the hairline coming down. I'm showing you the main outside images, and the images that you see are very quite possibly could be different than what I'm going to be showing you because there's so many on there, right? This is kind of what we started off on. You can see the recessed beak here and the carving for the eye, but there's probably a better bird there somewhere, or a better image. I don't think that's the main outside image because it's not as easy to see. It's a nice little silhouette. You can see how the eye's done right here, the nose, the mouth, and then he has some kind of stuff going on, bandit hat. Just looking at the shiny part of the stone. This is like the neck here. Shh. You guys can see? Little alien, perhaps. Look at the colors and just the textures of the stone too. The way it's done. I mean, again, if there's any geologists, just explain that. Explain it. There's so much. Whoa. There's another where they left some crystal, bulbs, crystal coming out of it. I do think I may see a character. Almost looks like a mermaid, but I know what it is. We're looking at the white for the image that they were trying to portray when they carved this. It almost looks like a person. That's his head. He's got his arm out like he's floating. Like this is his left leg, his right leg. And so if you look closely at the face there, you see how this is the hair, right? The eye. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on with the face, and it comes down to arms. This is his left arm, his right arm. This is the body of the animal. It may have a rider. It does have a rider. And these are the back legs. It's like a horse, just in the white. All you have to do is expect it. This is a beautiful painting in like a Renaissance style. Do you see the rider right here? If you expect it, it's not a matter of skill. Do you see this big carving for an eye with the stripes coming out of it? There's more than just that, but you guys see that? Oh, here, that's maybe a little better. See the curve, almost looks like a boat with a circle in it, but it's an eye. Anyway, yeah, once you expect it, that's all it takes. It's not a matter of really skill, it's a matter of believing it. And once you believe it, you can see it clearly. It's got like horns, maybe? I don't know. See all the little dots? Like when you got a dot here, a dot here, a dot. Those are little portraits and things in there. The camera almost makes it very easy to see. So we're looking at the layers. So you see how this is all one layer to here? And now this is a different texture. So we're looking at the lines and then the textures. So starting off on this one, you can see how the eye and the nose, it maybe sans mouth for right now, as far as I can see. That's just one of the images there. And then pulling back on that, you're looking at the outside of the stone here, you might start to see another one. Big carving for an eye there. These are bird heads. You can see the little beak. Very cool. All right, folks, this will be the last crystal one we'll look at. And like I said, just kind of forget it's a rock and look at it as if it is a painting, right? So I'll leave it up to you guys to interpret this one on your own. Just look at very small. Look at this as being the face of an animal right here. Perhaps a bird. Start off there. Tall figure, maybe. Look at it as if it's a cave painting, yeah. Huh. All right, folks. I think that's enough. I hope you have a great day and have a Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.